with Gina Grad.
Well, you know how the president of the University of Missouri school system was resigned recently, Tim Wolf, and that solved everything.
He was just run out.
Well,
I wonder. Can I tell you this? Or I'm always curious about this. I feel there is a large group of folks that are running schools and colleges and cops, especially, who just sort of go, "Fuck it, I'm getting paid. Like I got a contract or I got a retirement fund, and it's not worth this anymore." Like they must have. It's pretty. I mean, I think guys like that have a pension and have a fund or have a contract or have something that they're going to get paid on, and they just go, "Fuck it."
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't want to deal with this shit. I can't have any more assholes screaming in my face anymore.
Exactly. Well, he was.
They have a black student body president, do they not?
The Black Student League, 1950, I think it's called.
No, their student body president.
Oh, okay.
Gary can check this.
Peyton something.
I believe they have a black student body president with I don't know what percentage of the enrolled students of the university is, but if you have less than 10% of the student body being anything, let's just say Eskimo, you have less than 10% Eskimo population, and you have an Eskimo student body president.
President Nanook.
He's from the South. He likes to mix it up.
Oh.
Peyton Head.
Yes, Peyton Head.
All right. Now, what is the percentage of the black population of the student body?
I think it's like 7 or 9%.
Okay. I'm going to make an argument for not totally racist, because somehow you got a whole bunch of other folk to vote for. Discounting townies yelling shit out of pickup trucks. But anyway, everyone's gone insane. Everyone, please admit I'm right that ever since we elected a black president and for a second term, we've ratcheted this shit up 1,000-fold.
It does feel like the discussion is up.
Yes,
the rate.
It's called overcompensation. Anyway, 7% black students, 100% black president. Okay.
So Tim Wolf was sort of forced to resign. That was supposed to solve everything. Well, not so fast. Police at the school have arrested a suspect who posted racial threats against the campus on social media this week, causing widespread panic among the student body. Police say the suspect is in custody. He was accused of making violent threats against black students. The student body was sent a mass email on Tuesday urging students to report any, quote, hateful and or hurtful speech to police.
Can I say this? I've said this once, I'll say it 1,000 times. If this was a war, we would all be dead. We'd all be dead. If we were on a ship, like a battleship, with this fucking mindset that everyone's had in the last couple of years of fucking making everything out of nothing and going insane, we'd run aground.
Right.
We'd be torpedoed. We'd all be dead.
The threat assessment is not what it should be.
Not what it should be. It's impossible. How do I know it doesn't exist? The reason I know it doesn't exist is because racism wasn't just hatched in 2013 and a half.
No.
It's everywhere. It's this crazy epidemic. And it's, by the way, we're so feeble-minded as human beings. If you stick around and you watch the news and there's a pit bull attack, the reported pit bull attacks will go up 3,000-fold over the next 6 months, and then it'll completely go away.
Like a hysteria.
Yes, it'll be... If somebody is shot on the freeway, there'll be 1,000 stories about people getting shot on the freeway. And then all of a sudden you'll go, what happened? It's been 7 years and no one's been shot on the freeway and there's never been a pit bull attack. We are now in some sort of weird shark feeding frenzy where they're biting each other, where we're finding it around every corner and everyone's going insane. This is really thinly veiled narcissism. The reality is, black folk, brown folk, white folk, tall folk, short folk, fat, everyone else, everyone who likes Oscar Mayer wieners. Nobody really gives a shit about you. Maybe it's the ultimate racism. We're not interested. We don't care. We're worried about our own shit, our own family.
We being the racists.
Everybody. You too. About us. We don't give a shit. It's narcissism. To think that you live in this thing where everyone is gunning for you, it's a narcissistic thought. You hear it with high school girls, like, oh, Becky's, everyone's coming gunning for me. But no, Becky doesn't give a fuck.
No one's trying to ruin you.
No one's trying to ruin you.
I don't know if you ever saw this episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. I've probably watched the interview 3 or 4 times. He interviewed a woman named Caitlin something, and she wrote an interview about college campuses and how crazy, college students get about every little thing, about microaggressions. And, at least in the 60s and 70s, college kids were putting skin in the game. They weren't living off their parents. They were living in, little studios apartments, eating brown rice, doing whatever. But now, I think her point was they're very well taken care of, and they're looking for something to have a microaggression against. It was really interesting. And it was
Caitlin Flanagan.
Yes, and it was tied in with the fact that no comics will go to college campuses because they can't make any jokes.
Oh,
it was great, by the way. She was great.
Look, here's the equation, and then we'll hear Caitlin. The equation is, we'll see a picture of her. Gary, go ahead and rescind that compliment I gave you about being good. They'll look for it. We need an enemy. We need fear. We need fear. We're human beings. We need fear. It's bred into us, and we cannot unbreed it. You say, what the fuck is your dog doing? It walks in a circle 3 times before it lays down on the floor. And it's like, well, in the Serengeti, it had to clear the brush. It's like, well, we're in a condominium on 13 floors, and that's Berber. Yeah, tell that to the dog. Yeah. It walks in a circle 3 times, and then it goes down. Every animal, domesticated animal, does this thing. And you go, well, that's a vestige from when they lived in packs, and they did blah, 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 blah. Okay, do you think we're any different than that? No, we have a vocabulary, and some are smarter than others. Like, when Ty schools Cuban in a little one-on-one on some home court action. Again, he's in flip-flops, and his back was stiff from the Prius ride, but he still took him to school. Most people are just fucking pack animals. And even though we have a roof over our head and air conditioning and a safe college campus, and we've eliminated 99.9% of the threats that used to exist hundreds and thousands of years ago, we still got that part of our brain.
The caveman brain.
Yes, and we have to feel like we're a tribe, and they're gunning for us, and there's danger, and we can't stop it. Now, Whitey's version of this is Purell, because we're going to dip everyone in fucking veggie wash and Purell. Right. And Black Man's version of this is everybody is gunning for us. Well, it's 2015. I got news for you. Yes, there are some diseases that are killed by bacteria that's killed by Purell that can benefit a couple of people, but by and large, not good. By and large, no racism. By and large, cops are cops. By and large, they assess a threat to them. By and large, they'll shoot you, white or black, depending on the threat. Plenty of cases of them shooting anybody and everybody, male, female, and plenty of whiteys as well. Let's stop spinning out of control. Now, whose fault is this? Well, it's the leader's fault. It really is. Because the people are fucking dumb. The people are going to take whatever hysteria is du jour, and they're going to fucking run with it. That's what they're going to do. It'll be pit bull attacks, or it'll be racism on campus. Whatever it is, they're going to take it and run with it. And when Obama says, that could have been my son, or I'm going to have a beer with the professor that got where the cop pulled a gun on, whatever, he's fanning the flames instead of going, you know what? I'm black. I'm the president. Yeah, some of this shit exists, but not that much. Let's get busy.
Let's focus on other problems.
Let's focus. Let's work big to small.
What Gina was relaying from Caitlin Flanagan is a really good point. I hadn't thought about that. But Adam, you didn't go to college, but on college campuses, it's kids, because they're kids that are just becoming adults. They're empowered with adulthood all of a sudden. Like you were at home, and now you are living on your own, and they're very quick to take up a cause, multiple causes sometimes. And I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but it could be a little bit of, let's rush to the cause du jour, or let's rush to this thing because we want to be a part of a movement or a cause or a protest.
And if you don't believe Brian, watch PCU.
PCU is a great example.
Explains it perfectly.
Have you seen that movie?
So
no.
It's so good.
It's a clever
John Favreau?
Satire of college life.
I can't see. Here's my problem. I'm an Entourage fan.
Okay. This is Piven.
He's pretty charming.
I can't see Piven's hair go the wrong direction.
His hair, a lot less hair for some reason.
It can't go the wrong direction. I sit there and I go, wait a minute. PCU was from 1993.
Get a picture of Piven from PCU.
I just saw Entourage from 6 months ago. How can his hair is going the wrong direction? So I can't enjoy any Piven work when his hair's going the wrong direction.
You wouldn't enjoy this then. Would not enjoy it.
Okay.
But the point is right.
Missing out.
The point that Gina brought.
The guy's got to ride is Baldwin. You can see his progression.
Absolutely.
A little gray, a little gut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going.
And he still looks great.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Piven's hair goes the wrong direction. He got leaner. It's totally confusing to me.
Quiet.